What's good, man? Welcome back to Joe Rich Trades and Stocks, where we spilling all the info that they don't want you to know, man. And I ain't gonna keep y'all here for too long today. I just want to put 3 of my favorite setups for the week on y'all radar so y'all can be able to make some money with me in the stock market. I want to show y'all how I took a 2K loss on Friday, show y'all what to avoid during this trading week this week, and I want to give y'all my SPY analysis. So with that being said, man, let's hop straight into the money. You did. So right now, as y'all can see, man, we got ticker symbol SPY pulled up on a 30-minute so we can take a look and see what happened to the stock market as a whole last week, man. So as y'all can see, Thursday and Friday, we did have big sell-off pressure that hit Friday, man. And why was this? That is because 3 different types of news catalysts drove the market lower and caused heavy sell-off pressure, man. This was the PMI data. This was risk and fears of higher inflation rates from the feds, and this was also news about Trump tariffs. So all 3 of those caused fear, as y'all can see, to step into the market, man. While we was hugging all-time highs, we got slammed from all-time highs, and essentially we wiped out all of last week and most of the week before that. Well, all of the week before that's gains on the stock market as a whole. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say stock market as a whole, I'm usually referring to ticker symbol SPY, because this is the ETF that's made up of the biggest movers in the market, like the Apples, the Nvidias, the Teslas. You understand what I'm saying? So looking at this on a 30-minute, like I said, man, we broke all-time highs only to come down and get slammed back down to 600, man. So moving into next week, I want y'all to keep this 599 level or 598.50 level that we bounced from before, man. We bounced from it 1 time, 2 times, and cranked a little lower, consolidated around there on this day. And then if we get lower than 598 to 597, I do want y'all to have the 590 mark to the downside on y'all radars, because I do feel like if the fear stays in the market and the sell-off pressure that we seen on Friday causes even more panic sellers to step in, I do think that is the next levels, because we don't really have anything holding up between here. We have minor order blocks right here at 596, but the key supports to keep on y'all radar, man, is 598.50, 596, and then from there 590. You understand what I'm saying? And then if we make this a little bit smaller, man, and I bring my drawings back up, I do have the charted level of 601. I'm watching calls, snipes above there, and minor resistance at 602 with heavier resistance at 605, man. If we do get a recovery and bounce up off of this key level like we have before, let me have my drawings again, bounce up off of this key support area that we held strong on before, man. Y'all see we bounced up off of there a couple of times in the past week. The money is in the chart, so whenever you back testing, just always look to the left on the charts, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now, moving into how I lost 2K on Friday, man, and which I need to avoid. Let's pull IWM up on the 5-minute, and let me show y'all why I took a L. Now, as y'all can see, this thing bled all day. You understand what I'm saying? This thing was bleeding all day, but when it came down here, I didn't see it breaking this major support box that I already had listed right here. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm like, okay, it's already mad oversold for the day. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking at it on the RSI. I'm like, whoa, this thing is mad oversold. So how far can it really come down? And I already had this level charted from before that it bounced off of at 222, man, to 221.50. So after it hit that, and then we had a bounce sign, you see this consolidation, and then this minor, if I delete this, see this minor break of structure right here. This candle closed higher than the last of lows. You understand what I'm saying? So it essentially broke 5-minute structure only to Let me pull this back up, man. So I hopped in calls right here looking to snipe to the upside on this retest of what was once major support. I wanted it to turn into resistance, and I was targeting this area of liquidity up here. But as y'all can see, I had left 20% on the floor. I really should have sold it right here after it gave me these two little candles right here that essentially invalidated my setup. You understand what I'm saying? So I should have broke for break even, but I did let it hit my stop loss. And in this small little stop loss area, man, was only 20%. And I will put that on the screen. You understand what I'm saying? So I did leave something on the floor, but it's okay because I still traded discipline. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't waste no time. I seen that my setup was invalidated, so I sold it. I didn't bag hold, because if I would have bag hold, I would have lost 100% of what I put into that. And essentially, man, I really should have just waited for the minor bounce up, because the sentiment was fearful overall for the day. So my execution was really poor on that trade. I tried to force calls, and it, as y'all can see, did not work out the way I wanted it to, man. Let me pull up my laptop in real quick so it don't down, y'all. And then we'll move on to my favorite play of the day, you dig? Favorite 3 setups, for real, for real. So I do want to put Apple on y'all radar, man. And the reason I'm putting Apple on y'all radar is the same reason I want to put the next play on y'all radar, which we'll talk about in a second. And it's because it did hold out very strong on Friday, even though most of the S&P 500 was bloody. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a good sign, 1. And 2, it had good news from Warren Buffett, man. Warren Buffett bought more Apple shares on Friday, and as y'all know, on Wednesday of last week, they just dropped their new iPhone. So it has a good news catalyst holding it up strong. And as y'all can see, even though the SPY had a $10 move down, you understand what I'm saying? Apple did come up, retest 248 to get slammed down, but still hold the support that it was holding all week. You understand what I'm saying? Well, the resistance broke right here, and then it turned into a support. You understand what I'm saying? So now that we're hugging that support at 245, you understand what I'm saying? If we can retest this first support at 243 and then bounce up off of where it kept bouncing up off of last week, or let me turn this on the 15-minute chart. Or if we hold this 15-minute 200 EMA, man, and bounce up, because as y'all can see, it's been holding the 200 EMA on the 15-minute for a while now. So as long as that keeps holding this blue line right here, we're going to ride the trend if it respects it and gives us a bouncing signal off of that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm looking at calls on Apple as my first play, man. The next play, like I said, man, is Coca-Cola. And as y'all can see, if I put this on the daily chart, we are near all-time highs. And again, Warren Buffett has bought in more and is still holding all of his Coca-Cola shares, even though he's been dumping Apple for the past couple years, his other tech stocks in the recent months, man. He has been holding Coca-Cola, which is a good sign. And y'all see this big green candle on a day where the SPY was really red. This means it has zero correlation, a big negative correlation to the SPY, which means it has a mind of its own. So it's not gonna bleed just because the rest of the market is bleeding. You understand what I'm saying? And if we put an RSI up, it's getting a little bit overbought right now, but not too overbought. So if we can see the momentum keep up and try to create all-time highs past 71.5, man, and 71.8, I do like sniping the calls on them. I don't like overstaying my welcome on it, but I will ride the momentum to the upside while we have it. You understand what I'm saying? And for my last favorite play, man, I want to pull up PLTR. Now, PLTR is on my radar because of a news catalyst. And if we put this down, the drawings down, we see we have a gap up from earnings, man. Now, if we put this on a 15-minute chart, we see that this thing bled on Wednesday started the trend, man. It bled on Wednesday. It sold off right here so much because the CEO of Palantir did say he was going to share sell about 2 billion worth of shares. So whenever we get news catalysts like this on the stock, man, where CEO says he's going to be selling a lot of his shares of his own company, it brings in fearful selling from the rest of the market, and he hasn't even sold his shares yet. You understand what I'm saying? So with this being said, these are all retail sellers and market movers selling this. So now we are near this key level of $100 that we kind of broke on Thursday, but it was so oversold on the RSI, man. It had to come up and pop up for a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Now it did sell off with the rest of the market and approach back at this $100 key psychological and key psych level and support level. You understand what I'm saying? So if we get a clear break under $100 tomorrow, man, I'm going to watch this thing to fill the gap this week. You understand what I'm saying? Because yes, Palantir is holding up strong, but what goes up must come down in the stock market, man. And this gap has to get filled at some point on the daily chart, man. So if we can see a clear break and hold under $100, I'm targeting 95.85 first, man. And then if we can break 95.5, we will begin to fill this gap and retest at least this 50 EMA on the daily chart, man. You dig? So with that being said, man, keep these on y'all radar. I want to let y'all know, have tight stop losses, man. Trade smart and trade discipline, because we are in a very volatile and news driven market. You don't want to get caught on the wrong side of the coin. You did what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, if y'all want us to keep the free game coming to y'all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and say where you from in the comments. You did.